rapid reload and 2 weapon fighting.
And rapid reload does what again?
Takes my reload from a standard action to a move action.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
And
I
you can
remember that.
stack it as many times as you want. And blah, blah,
Mm.
blah, blah, blah. Let's see.
Now,
Cool. Okay.
tell me when
Two.
you finish with your skill points and marking down all your feats.
I
And
need 1 second and I'm like done. There. Literally done now.
okay. Um, before we get into what happened to the world, first thing I'm going to tell you is that this campaign takes place on Earth, to scale Earth. So travel times that are regularly, if you try and walk somewhere, that's going to be the travel time. But before we get into all that crap, we have to get into planes. What happened is, if you've ever played the game Darksiders, which basically is heaven and hell come to Earth and they fight and basically destroy it. It's kind of like that, except instead of heaven and hell, you have the planes. I believe they're called the inner planes, the elemental planes, if you will, all try and take control of Earth at the same time. What happens is there's a huge war, and what do you say? How do you say this? The humans, at first, the races of Earth, are actually winning the war. This takes place a good 300 years from today, the date right now. And humans have evolved immensely. Your technology is beyond. You have things like war striders, which are like just base. Think of like future technology. You have big guns with coming plasma out of them. However, after you've started to win the war and you push back all the plane creatures to their homes, the leader of the army betrays you. His name is Sheath. He steals the book of creation and he sells it to the lord of the plane of magma. And with this book of creation, he undoes, he undo, how do you, what's the word, Sobo?
Undoes.
He undoes um, basically all of human history. Humans lose their technology, and regular humans and elves and dwarves lose even their memories of it. So regular people don't remember what a cell phone is. They don't know what these giant war machines are. They don't know how to handle them. They don't even know where they came from. And because of this, the planes start to succeed. And with the Book of Creation, the plane of magma destroys the other planes. Well, not entirely because you can't destroy a plane, but he destroys the lords of them and he pushes them back and claims control of Earth. And now, with the Book of Creation, he sets up his 7 generals as kind of the leaders of the new world. However, there is one source of human life, really. It's a bastion, the final bastion, you might say, of humanity. It's called Rowan, and that is where we begin. It is. It has been untouched. It has some sort of magical barrier that keeps creatures of other planes out of its borders. It's not very big. It's maybe 100 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles. I'm Canadian, but it's a small city, we'll say.
60 ish.
Yeah, yeah. It's not that big. But before the the world basically like ended, it was a school for people who were gifted in like magic or wanted to become like a fighter or something. Uh, Everyone met there. That was the. It was basically like the a battle school. You might think of it as. Now it's become more like a fortress. Other than that, There's not much you need to know about it other than the world's gone to shit. Most humans and creatures are dead. Uh, no, Rowan is not immune to the Book of Creation, but Sheath made a deal with the Lord of the Magma Realm. Uh, he traded basically immortality and power from the Magma Lord for the book to give it to him. But another thing he asked was that there be one source of humanity always present on Earth. He didn't
Not
want to
dead.
completely destroy his own race. He wasn't that much of an asshole. He killed most people, but he saved some.
He's only Hitler evil, not
Yeah,
like
he's only Hitler evil. He only wants the good people, the
not like
powerful people to
Vogan
survive.
evil. He's like Hitler evil.
Yeah.
Nice.
Um, I don't know if you've chosen the players yet or if you've asked them.
I have not.
All right.
I'm doing languages
Um,
currently.
okay. What I'm going to tell you now is who the seven lords of the Magma Realm are. Well,
Real
the new
quick,
Magma Realm Earth. Yeah?
real quick. What are we doing? Are we doing traits at all?
Is that a Pathfinder thing?
Yeah. Usually the way I do it is just two traits. Sometimes if it's like a specific, like a pre-made
Is it like
adventure or
a
whatever.
feat or something?
No, basically it's you get two feats, two traits essentially, and they're kind of like feats, but they just add a little bit of flavor to your character. So like the one Kitty linked in chat is conspiracy hunter. Choose one of the following: bluff, diplomacy, knowledge, local perception, sense, motive, stealth. You gain a +1 trait bonus in this skill, and it is always considered a class skill for you. Uh, there's shit
Um,
like that where they just add small little tweaks to your character. Usually, if you're playing like a specific undead campaign, they'll have in the back of the book choose from list of traits, and then they'll list like 600 of them.
okay.
Usually, I just let people
You
choose
can
two.
have the two traits.
Hmm.
You can have any two traits. You just have to run it by me, and then I'll think about giving you guys a third one. But I probably won't.
Usually, I do two, and if they want a third, I let it happen, but they have to take a deformity or a
Yeah.
neg or whatever the fuck it's
I
called.
was gonna say you can have a third one, but probably something. It's probably because you've
There
been through
is
something and it's
actually,
scarred you, or
yeah,
it's damaged you, but given you more experience than someone else.
yeah, somewhere in here there's actually Hecate showed me it the other day. There's actually afflictions or some shit like that where you can. Basically, it's just bad shit. It's the exact opposite of this. Okay, cool. Continue. That's all I needed to know. So I start looking through some traits.
Where did I leave off? I've forgotten.
You were just about to start anew, actually. You were gonna to start describing the actual demons that are here.
Was oh yes, the seven lords of the new Earth, the new magma realm. Basically, these seven demons are gods. They are considered god demons, nigh immortal, basically. The first and the ones the realm that Rowan resides in is Prus. Here, I'll move the to the actual map now. You might want to scroll out so everyone can see it. 50% should be able to show you most of the map.
I'm on 40, and I'll switch over to this screen for
Oh,
actual
okay.
character creation so they can see it too.
Okay. Um, Prusius is the first demon I'm going to tell you about. Rowan resides within Prusius's domain, and Prusius controls North America. He is a seven-headed red dragon. He's about the size of an average castle, so maybe like 10,000, 15,000. What do you call it, cubic meters big. He's enormous. He's fucking huge. But instead of regular dragon heads with like teeth and scales, he's got what look to be like human heads. Uh, and they're always like slobbering. They've got really long, unkept hair. Hmm? Oh, sorry, I'm reading chat.
You're fine. There's actually it's called drawbacks, by the way. I guess that makes a lot of
Okay.
sense.
Well, we
Continue.
can come up with if you guys want for any people in chat, if he chooses you, we can come up with homebrew traits and deformities if you guys want to. And I'll let you take an extra trait for every deformity you also take.
Beautiful.
That's Prusius. He is pretty much an asshole. Then there's Sheath. Oops, I spelled his name wrong on the map. Sheath. Oops. Delete, 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 delete. He is the human who traded power for the Book of Creation to the Lord of the Magma Realm. He is immortal now. He looks like a regular human, except for the fact that he has rubies instead of eyes. Not much is known. He was a very powerful force back when he was siding with the humans. He was one of their strongest fighters, even before he made a deal with the devil, basically. That's Sheath. Next is Baylor. If you've ever played a D&D campaign, you probably have fought a Baylor. It's like a CR12 creature or something. It's really strong. It's your average demon. He's nothing really unique about him. He's like this flaming red-skinned guy with huge horns. He hates humans. In fact, his goal right now is actually to destroy Rowan because that and hunt down every human within his borders. He hates basically everything that lives. He he's your average fucking asshole, if you would so call him that. He rules over South America, as you can see on Sobo's screen. Next is G. He controls Africa. And G is a gargoyle. He's got the fangs, the big ears, the bat wings, and he's like hunched over. But instead of being made of stone, G is made out of gold, and he has a flaming crown. There's the crown is not made out of metal; it's made out of pure fire, and it just kind of floats above his head. He controls Africa. Then there's Halashiash, who is rules over all of Asia and Europe. He actually has the most land out of all the demons, and is considered to be the most powerful. The only thing is, no one has ever seen Halashiash. Halashish, sorry. No one knows what he looks like. No one even knows what he is. People just know that he is insanely powerful. Then there is Toe and Rin, who are one demon but have the ability to split themselves in half, which is why they were chosen to rule the Arctic and the Antarctic. Uh, all they are is a skeleton. They're a human skeleton with two heads when they're combined. Apart, Toe is the left side of the skeleton body. He has the left head and the left arm, the left leg. Rin is the right side, vice versa of Toe. People don't know how they walk. They seem to walk like normal, like they have an invisible leg. It's really weird. People don't really go there. Uh, any humans that did live on Antarctic or Arctic are probably dead now, as Toe and Rin are poisonous. They emit this like poisonous gas wherever they go, and it deteriorates life. It starts to like rot everything around them. It's just a general bad time if you're there. I'll get to the islands in a bit. Don't worry, don't worry. Then there's Tella, who is actually monstrous. She is actually a air elemental, and she is the size of Australia. She literally covers all of it. She's just this big black cloud that just hangs over top of it. And she just, anything that lives or moves when she's hungry, she picks it up in like her tornadoes and she just tears it apart until it's just blood and pulp. And she just absorbs it into her clouds. It's a general bad time if you go there. Probably wouldn't recommend it. And those are the seven demons. Sheath is now considered a demon, even though he's still technically a human. The only other thing you know is the reason that the Indonesian Isles, I believe they're called, that Madagascar and any of the islands that are like floating out in the ocean have not been claimed by the lords of the magma realm is because something lives in the ocean and they have no idea what, but it ate